Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise, and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And welcome to the broadcast. A little late, couple of technical glitches that kept us. You were seeing the film, and we've got audio now. Game changers working for a change. Maggie Richardson on the mound with a 3-ball, 2-strike count going against Elena Perry, the catcher for TCA. And the pitch, and they're going to say that she walked on that one.
Up next at bat, number 5.
Runner on first with number 5, Briley Kraft, the center fielder. She's the daughter of the head coach, Robert Kraft, who does a good job. We'll tell you more about these teams. Both have been to the state tournament several times. TCA has 4 state titles. Jackson Christian has been there 3 times in recent years. There's a pitch. The umpire looked like he called it a ball. Sometimes the mechanics, I'd like to conduct a umpiring lesson for some of them, and I will be critical. They don't want to be criticized, but do it right, gentlemen. 1 ball, no strike count. Richardson's pitch. There's a strike. And, of course, they made it to second on the – and we won't have a throw because the ball was dropped. Kraft at the plate, plays center field. Hits right-handed. Fouled away, so a 1 ball, 2-strike count. Richardson has thrown 10 pitches here in the contest. She wears number 19. Kraft wears number 5. That's a good number. Johnny Bench, Joe DiMaggio wore it, and your announcer wore it. But I'm not important. Those other guys are. Glad to have you here. We've got some fans in the stands watching besides the folks that are on Jackson Christian Facebook. That one is high, evens the count at 2-2. This is a copywritten broadcast of Worthy Road Studios. In other words, we have a 22-23 copyright on all of these for Jackson Christian. It's on their Facebook page. The pitch, a swinging strike 3. So there's 1 out in the inning with a runner at second.
18,
MJ Abernathy, the shortstop up there. She also is a right-handed hitter. And waiting Richardson's pitch. You throw from the circle in softball, from the mound in baseball. Here's the pitch. Driven up the middle for a base hit. Let's see. They're going to wave. No, now Coach Kraft holds his runner up. So single. Brooks comes on quickly in center field to keep the runner from advancing as far as Abernathy and Perry both. So you've got Perry at third, Abernathy at first. 1 out in the inning, and we are in the first. It'll be at the end of the inning before they can probably correct the scoreboard. They'll try it, but sometimes scoreboards do things like that. A swinging strike, as you saw. Great shots from Worthy Road Studios. We've got multiple cameras here. Some are stationary and operate by the world of electronics. Some are, and there's a great scoreboard shot. We're in the top of the first. A 1-strike count on the hitter, Haley Lewis. This one fouled off her foot. Haley wears number 32, so it'll be no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. Third baseman in a little bit, but in softball, a lot of times third baseman plays in short and second in a couple of steps. See Tinsley trying to shade her eyes, and we do have a hard sun coming at her. Just missing. Umpire had to think about that one a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Richardson will get her signs actually from the dugout, checks the pitch sleeve there. She's got the little armband with the pitches on it. This one ties the hitter up. Now, if you notice something funny, and with the late start we got with the audio part of it, McKinley Arnold is not catching today. You've got Julian on first, Robinson second, Tinsley at short, Millsaps at third. Catching today is Kendall Turner. Of course, Barnes, Brooks, and Kaufman in the outfield. Here's one on the ground. Hit to the third baseman. They call it foul. Good call. Good job by the umpire. That's the way he came out of there calling it. Now, we're up here, two fine young men doing this. Actually, it is the same hitter because they called it a foul.
My bad.
And Kylie Crawford is on deck. There's one hit. It'll drop out in right field. One run will score. And they hold the runner coming to third up. So you've got a single and an RBI. Haley Lewis helps her own cause.
Okay, now number 8, Kylie Crawford up to bat.
Kylie Crawford up to bat. She does wear number 8, as you heard the good public announcer. He's got a great voice. He's going to go far in this business, and I will tell off on him. It's his first time, and he's got a great voice. So we're going to get this done. For some of us up here, including me, I love my softball and baseball and basketball, but we're getting ready for spring football practice a little early. Of course, we found out today TCA has a new head football coach, Darren Bowling, who was up at Union City at one time. He's been several places. He was at Murray High School. He's coming to TCA. Of course, our coaching staffs around here looks like right now everything's settled and fine here at Jackson Christian School. Lady Lions lead 1-0, and again, it is in the top of the first. There's a good pitch. And again, this is Kylie Crawford. Crawford plays first base. Hits one. Let's see if Tinsley gets it. She does for the second out. Soft liner to the shortstop. 2 outs. Abby Davis coming to the plate. She'll wear number 22. She plays third base. Abby with a chance to drive a run here. 2 outs. Runners will go with the crack of the bat. Wind blowing in a little bit. Flag at half mast. There's one with a little juice on it, but inside. Davis will step out. Let's see if we can get the game changer. It's froze up, but that's okay. Hey, we're going to make it work. And sorry about the difficulty with the sound earlier. Nice pitch right there at the knees, low enough, tough to hit. 1-1 the count on Davis. Abernathy at third. Joyce at, let's see, that is not Joyce. Over at first is Lewis. Somehow the game changers got the wrong people there. Interesting broadcast today, like I said, with the technical difficulty and the sound. Here's one popped up out into right center field coming on, and she just glides over and gets it, is Trinity Brooks. And you can say when she gets her glove on it, it's as good as gold. So 1 run and 2 hits. 2 people were left on base at the end of a half inning of play. TCA leads 1-0 with Jackson Christian coming to bat. Let's take a timeout.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
And we're in the bottom of the first. I know some of you look at scoreboard. We'll get the inning caught up here in a minute, but it is the bottom of the first. Jackson Christian coming to bat. And this, I know, will be the first time you hear our batting order because we didn't have sound for it. Was corrected quickly. Kendall Turner, the catcher, wearing number 2, will lead off. Pitch high. Normally, but she wouldn't be batting first and lead off. McKinley Arnold is here, but she is a little under the weather today. Get well quickly, McKinley, and get you back out on the field when you're healthy, and she does such a great job. I know there's some colleges looking at her. Here's one hit out into left center field. Will it get down? It hangs up. The air kept it up in the air a little bit. Kendall gave it a ride, but it just didn't get out, and the wind's blowing against it. So that one, you score it as an F7. That's flied out to the left fielder. Bring up Trinity Brooks, the Carson Newman Eagle signee. She'll leave the Eagles after she graduates and go to the Carson Newman Eagles up in Jefferson City, Tennessee. Trinity can slap bunt, slap hit. She can do all kinds of things with it. She can pull it if she needs to. Here's Haley Lewis pitch, and that one was going to be a slap hit, and that one looks like a strike one. Lewis, a right-handed pitcher, has good arm strength. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's down on the ground. Third baseman in, over to first, and got her by a hair. So score that one 5-3. Third baseman Davis over to Crawford at first for the second out. 2 outs in the inning. Bailey Robinson, who's had a home run this year. Matter of fact, I want to say she got that against Hardin County. We did not do that game because we try to get the games as even as possible between the boys baseball team and the girls softball team. First pitch is low. Haley Lewis on the mound. Catching for Trinity is Perry, Elena Perry. Haley Lewis on the mound. She checks her armband. She's a windmiller. That one, a rise ball, it looked like we got a piece of it, but fouled it off. Bailey Robinson, the third hitter. Millsaps is on deck. Laney Millsaps on deck with Robinson at the plate. And we'll have some stats for you when the second inning comes around on Jackson Christian. Here's one on the ground. The second baseman up and over the first. And 4-3. Third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. At the end of one inning of play, it's Trinity 1, Jackson Christian nothing. Let's take a timeout.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
And we are back for the top of the second. Told you we'd have the scoreboard right. We don't keep it, we just talk about it a little bit. And coming up to the plate, Maddie Putman. She'll lead off the top of the second. TCA put one big run for them. This is not the district game unless the coaches decided. These two teams will play 4 times. They'll play again Tuesday over at Trinity, I believe. We'll check the schedule and make sure, but they are scheduled to play Tuesday. Of course, we got a lot of rain and stuff coming up over the next few days. Friday night, be cognizant of the severe weather potential. Your play-by-play, Coach Joe Holloway, of course, Paul Schultz on the camera. Summer Sturgis always does a great job directing. Richardson peers in from the circle, comes to the plate. And that one drifted outside for ball one. Third baseman about 2 steps in front of a line, towards the line over at third base. About 5 feet off of that line. Here's the second pitch. That one looked good right down Main Street. Maggie Richardson, here comes my number one. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Maddie Putman leading off. She plays left field in the top of the second. That one fouled off at the plate. And the umpire checks the player because sometimes it hits you in the foot. And that's not fun. One of my players one day says, "Coach, do you know that pain hurts?" I said, "Yes, I do." Anyway, and we may even have a little walk-up music in a minute. There is a swinging strike 3. Great pitch. 1 out.
Coming up to bat, number 11.
Richardson's second strikeout of the game. She's thrown 28 pitches. And that will bring up Emma Kate Murdaugh, who's playing second base, had a put out in the first inning. I started to say the last inning, but it was actually in the bottom of the first. Here's Richardson with that stride coming towards the plate. The foot points properly, and it's strike 1. Now, when you're a windmiller, and both pitchers are windmillers today, it is very imperative that your foot placement and your push-off leg do the right things. Here's another one, and that's a strike. I could tell you that for the umpire even called it, and he's doing a good job. 30 pitches. It's 0-2. 1 out in the inning, but TCA has the important 1-0 lead at this point in the contest. Richardson checks her armband. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, foul off the screen over here to the right. Picked up by Riley Hydrago, who is the on-deck hitter for TCA. Now, Hydrago, who, when she comes up there, she plays basketball, and I'm sure she plays a lot of other sports, too. We'll tell you about some of our kids play, too. And there is a swinging strike for 2 outs and now 3 strikeouts for Richardson, who has thrown 32 pitches. I'll check the game changer and get the official. It's 33 pitches. And that brings to the plate Riley Hydrago with 2 outs and nobody on. Elena Perry in the on-deck circle. She's still got her shin guards on, which all the smart catchers do when it's this situation. There's a strike. And Richardson looks like she's found the groove, gentlemen. Of course, I can talk. You can't hear them except for when I'm not talking over my mic. But got 2 fine young men up here keeping the score and on the board. And there is another one. 2 strikes the count. Richardson has already struck out 2 in the inning. Hydrago with an 0-2 count must guard the plate. She's down on the end of the bat. 1 foot a little in front of the plate and a swinging strike 3. And Maggie Richardson makes quick disposal of that. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And the score at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play is TCA 1, Jackson Christian 0. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Roads Jackson Christian Network.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
And welcome back to the Jackson Christian TCA softball game here at Jackson Christian. We're going into the bottom half of the second with the Eagles trailing the Lady Lions 1-0. Lainey Millsaps to lead off, and I have her average at .571. Here's Lewis's pitch, popped up. Catcher gives chase, and it's over the screen, and we had an error behind the screen on a fan. We tease about that. You know, at Atlanta and at St. Louis, they used to give contracts if a fan caught the ball cleanly in the air. And I believe Atlanta's still doing it. Not sure the Cardinals do it anymore.
That was about number 19, Maggie Richardson.
Maggie Richardson up at the plate with one out. And we have an unusual angle and stuff. She must have got hit with the pitch. And we'll go back and check the plays. But Richardson on first. I'm sure she'll run for herself. Usually there's not a courtesy runner in her case. One out. Let's see. Make sure we're right. Nope, well, they've got no outs on the game changer. Let's see what the problem was. Okay, I see what the problem was. They put one up, and it's not. It's no outs, so Richardson. Well, we're going to check the gameplay here. The good thing about the game changer situation, and sometimes you get blocked off. Y'all see how tight everybody is. That one is low, so it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Your hitter is Sydney Julian. And let's check this in.
Coming up to bat.
And we're going to have to check this because hit by pitch was Millsap's. And the bunt, what a dandy. And we'll recap it for you and get everything straight. In the top of the first, Millsap's actually got hit by the pitch with Lewis pitching. Then Richardson came to bat.
Now coming up to bat, number 18, Sydney Drew.
And now Sydney Julian. Good old game changer can recap everything. That was a single on that bunt. Julian up. Julian hitting 300, on base percentage 300. Runners at first and second. 1 strike is the count. Coach Kraft wants to go out and talk with his pitcher. Brings his infield in. And I'm glad we got everything straightened out. And I will help my young friends up here. If you can take the out off the scoreboard, there are no outs. What happened was the hit batsman after the foul ball on next pitch got hit, and the order got not out of order, but it wasn't seen, and they had blocked me off the corner because I have to look at the monitor to see the corner of our field. First base is where the dugout, and then the dugout with the press box is on the first baseline, and you don't have a good clear view of home plate unless you're on the far right side of the middle does, and sometimes I have to look through the corner. Yeah, you won't see it, but I do see it, and thanks to Paul and Summer, there is a monitor that I can actually look at when I'm blocked out of the picture. Umpires checking with each other, and that's good umpiring. Get the count right. Should be no balls, 1 strike, no outs, 2 runners on, 1 by hit pitch, 1 by a bunt single. They had the bunt play on, trying to draw the runner or the third baseman up, the shortstop covered, and Richardson was the one with the bunt single. We don't like to make mistakes, but that's why we have game changer to make sure we get it right when we can't see it. Attempted a bunt, goes for a strike. And Julian up there with 2 runners on. She plays first base. She can bunt well, but she's also a good hitter with that 300 average. Here's Lewis's pitch. Inside. One ball, two strike count. Now it's 2-2 as the game changer changes. 2-2, no outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch from Lewis. Low, 3-2. Runners may but probably won't take off with once the pitch gets where you can leave from the bag. But with no outs, you don't want to take yourself out of a big inning with a strike them out, throw them out, as some people call it. Here's one right back to the pitcher. They've got a shot at 2. I believe they got 2. Line drive, it couldn't be helped, and it goes from no outs to 2 outs, and the pitcher caught a pretty good shot there. So you go 1-6, 2 outs in the inning now. So you just got a runner at first.
Coming up to bat, number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
So a double play. That brings up Jenna Tinsley, the Mad Bomber from basketball. She comes off the bench shooting those threes, a very fine little player, but she's a good shortstop. She's already had a put out in the contest. Hits one down the line. If it stays fair, we're going to be running like you were in a track meet in the 200-meter relay. 1 run streaking to the plate. Tinsley wanting to go to third with a stand-up triple. And just like that, the ball game is all tied up as Richardson crosses the plate. And we need to give her time to catch her breath because she's got to go to the mound after this. So the next batter, the good talking ladies, that's the way to take a little time.
To bat, number 1, Lily Barnes.
And Tinsley comes through with the RBI triple. And she got that one pretty good, and you can't hear the guys, but they know it was a great hit also. That brings up Lily Barnes, who also plays basketball. There's a strike on her, I believe. 2 outs in the inning, a runner at third. And my friends on the scoreboard having some of the same mechanical problems I am having. That brings up a second strike, so it's no balls, 2 strikes to Lily Barnes playing left field today. She'll get on the boards and play you tough in basketball. Haley Lewis comes to the plate. That one dribbles in. Runner, they're going to say it hit, so the runner is frozen at third, or it's a dead ball when it hits. And so Lily Barnes is on as a hit batsman. That brings up the right fielder, Maggie Kaufman. Maggie has a familiar last name as the older gym here that was the first gym is named Paul Kaufman Gymnasium.
Number 6, Maggie Kaufman.
Maggie up in the front of the box, hits 9th in the order. Top of the order on after this. Haley Lewis checks her armband for the pitch. She got it signaled into her, and she's high. Held the release. They throw it through. The run's going to score. Jackson Christian scores. Barnes goes to second. Tinsley will score the run. And that's the danger of throwing through even with 2 outs. And when you have a good catcher, you still can be late or the ball miss. Jackson Christian has assumed a 2-0 or 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the second. Kaufman at the plate. Fouls this one off, so it'll be 1-1. Good job by Crawford, the first baseman, to come up and get that loose ball out of the way. We don't want anybody breaking an ankle. Center fielder shading towards right field for Kaufman, straight away for the left fielder. Right field closer to the line. Here's one up in the air. Will it drop? Coming on is the right fielder. She makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But Jackson Christian picked up 2 runs on 2 big hits. There were no errors that we have detected. And the score at the end of 2 innings of play, Jackson Christian 2, TCA 1. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Roads Ball Game Blitz Network.
home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
And we are back here. As you see, Maggie Richardson, who's thrown 36 pitches in 2 innings, is ready to pitch in the top of the third to TCA's Elena Perry, the catcher, who walked and scored their only run in the contest. There's the pitch, and it's a ball. The wind is not kind to us. It's blowing notes and everything else. Hopefully no tornadoes, and there won't be tonight. There's a great pitch. Good mechanics by the umpire. You saw him. Good job on that one. From the circle, Richardson winds, fires a little high and maybe inside. 2-1 count. Perry at bat, wearing number 17, a right-handed hitter. We're straight away, we being Jackson Christian, and it's fouled off. Evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, no out, as the leadoff hitter in the third inning. Just happens to be the leadoff hitter overall for TCA. 40 pitches now for Richardson. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike. And, gentlemen, I have that as 4 strikeouts in a row, 5 in the contest for Maggie Richardson. Infield all get a little touch of the ball, put a little look on it. And Briley Kraft, the center fielder that wears number 5, hits right-handed, comes to bat. It looks like everybody's straight away. Left fielder Barnes now backing up a little bit. Here's one up in the air. It's headed towards Brooks unless the sun, but the right fielder comes on. Had it, lost it. E9 is how you score that one. And Kraft is on with the error. E9.
Number 18, MJ.
Okay, MJ Abernathy, the shortstop, wears number 18. She singled her first time up. She's 1 for 1. She was left stranded in that first inning. Pitch just a little outside. Almost sounding like Bob Euchre, and I don't need to do that, although he is Mr. Baseball as far as talk. Maggie Richardson has her sign. The windmiller comes to the plate, and that one came down Main Street with some juice on it. 1-1 now the count. That was a strike. 1 runner on, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the third. Wind blowing now towards left field. And there's rise ball for strike 2. So it's 1-2. The wind kept one that was hit earlier in the contest by Kendall Turner inside the ballpark, and the left fielder was able to run it down as it had a little air under it. Pitch, mighty close, just missing. What, by a millimicron? What's smaller, gentlemen, than a millimicron? That's how little she missed by. Shows you that I've been away from my mathematics and stuff a long time. The 2-2 pitch on the way from Richardson. Just missing again, man. We're playing with it. It could be and the umpire's got the best shot in the house. I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to say he's right at 3-2. Runner on first, 1 out. Richardson goes outside the circle, checks her coach, checks her armband, confidently strides to the pitching rubber, throws, and that one a little high. And the runner had a throw, even though we threw through. And that's a good thing to stay alert. Now, TCA's got something going. Kraft at second. You've got Abernathy and Lewis, who had a single in that first inning at bat. Lewis can help her own cause. She is the pitcher. She's 1 for 1, wears number 32. Straight away, ball low. Left fielder in a little closer, but giving her a little bit of room. Trinity Brooks, who can range to right or left quite a bit. In right field is Kaufman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Or actually 2-1 the score. It's 1 ball. Here's one to the third baseman. All she got to do is step on third. Over to first. A high throw gets away. So you've got a fielder's choice. And the runners advance. Now Kraft is out on the force out, and that would be 5U5. That's the third baseman unassisted. Abernathy has advanced all the way to third. And on the throwing error to first, you got a fielder's choice and a throwing error. Comes Lewis. So first and third with 2 outs. Number 8, Kylie Crawford, advances to the plate, who hit the soft liner to the shortstop back in the first inning. She can tie this game up or put her team ahead. There's a strike. That one you're not going to hit. I don't care if you're a great hitter in either sport, baseball. That one's right at the knees. It's inside on the line of the black part of the plate, which is a strike. So a no ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs, 2 runners on. This one hit in the air, and Tinsley takes care of it. And they said it had a little dirt under it, but Tinsley took care of it, and it is the 3rd out. No runs, and actually no hits. You had an error and the walked batsman. So at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, Jackson Christian still leads 2-1. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Jackson Christian Network.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
We are back here for the bottom of the 3rd at Jackson Christian School. TCA in the field. Haley Lewis on the mound for TCA, and coming to hit will be Kendall Turner. Kendall was the leadoff batter in the game. She hit one out to left center field we thought might get there, but it was hauled down this time. She got a stroke, and she drills one to the left fielder for a single. She'll make the turn and be held up on a nice throw back to the infield.
Now come up to bat number 15, Trinity Brooks.
That brings Trinity Brooks to the plate. Brooks, we'll check her stats. She is batting .417. She can slap hit. She can bat for power if she wants to. Quicker than a hiccup in the back of the box, so you can step up and take the running start. Brooks will be playing her future softball after this season for the Carson Newman Eagles. They're getting a very good athlete. She played basketball too. She's been all district and region. She's won just about most of the awards you can in basketball, and is a pretty good softball player. There's the swinging strike, as you see. You start going up the line as long as you make contact in the box. The slap hitters and slap bunters, and some people say, well, really, Coach, there's just one thing. You're a slap hitter. But you can slap bunt, you can slap hit, depends on your terminology. And I've seen them walk up there and actually start the running thing and just drop a little dump bunt down the third baseline. Lewis on the mound for the Lady Lions. Perry catching, Crawford at first, Murdaugh at second, Abernathy at third, Davis. Well, actually, Abernathy's the shortstop. Davis is at third. Davis is up, which a lot of players in softball are, especially in ladies softball. Here's the two-strike pitch on the way. It's up in the air. Will it get down? That's the whole question, and it does, and that is a hard one on the first base runner because you don't know whether to go or not. Turner advances as the ball falls in there. Temporarily, I'm going to score that a single, and we had players run in, and you don't like to see that because you can get the wind knocked out of you. Sometimes it just hurts, and we've got enough people with injuries and sickness on both teams, so Coach Kraft beckoned out to check it. But we'll have runners at first and second. No outs. Bailey Robinson, who homered last week, and I know that's not this game, but Bailey coming up to the plate. Bailey has home run potential. She plays basketball too. Now the coaches of both teams are out there, and it looks like one of the young ladies took a pretty good hit in the arm. Bailey has been to the plate 14 times. I don't see the number of hits for her, but I can tell you this. Bailey is batting an even .500. Her slugging percentage looks like it's .786. And let's be concerned more for the young lady, and she's limping a little bit. So may have had a leg and a shoulder injury, both. The shoulder seems to be much better than because there's a little bit of limp there. And again, we'll pray that nobody gets hurt in this contest. And we'll check and see what's happening because the numbers are not on the front of either team's jerseys. And we'll have to see who comes out to play. That'll be the left field position. One of our coaches will talk to Bailey Robinson, wearing Mickey Mantle's old number. For all the old timers, the young folks probably don't even know who I'm talking about. This may have been somebody that was down in the bullpen area. And gentlemen, if you can pick her number up, I would appreciate the help because I've got an angle on it and can't see it. And we've got a new left fielder, and we will get it as quick as we can. That was Putman that went out, Maddie Putman. Game Changer will eventually help us with that. 29 pitches now for Lewis with 2 runners on. And the umpires notify, some umpires will notify the press box, some won't. 2-1 contest. Jackson Christian with the lead with 2 runners on. Bailey Robinson hitting .500 up at the plate.
Coming up to bat, number 7.
And the left fielder has not been changed yet. The player's out there, but the number on Game Changer has not. We're in the bottom of the third here at Jackson Christian. The wind is blowing in very hard right now. Here's the pitch, and that one comes high and gets away from the catcher, and you'll have runners at second and third and no outs. Wind even giving me a little trouble up here in the press box. We got an open window, which we have to have. And my 2 friends or comrades up here, they get to stand up and do all kinds of hard stuff while the old man sits down. Pitch gets away. You see the runners advancing. Safe. And scoring is Kendall Turner. Brooks has advanced all the way to third. Got a 2-ball count on Bailey Robinson. Let's see if they green light her. She's got home run power, but with the way the wind's blowing at times, I don't know that you'd want to turn her loose if she can induce another outside or up high pitch. 3-1, Jackson Christian leads now. Lewis ready in the circle. Here's the pitch, hit out in the outfield. Center fielder's got a beat on it. Will it get overhead? No, a good running catch. Brooks tags up and scores. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Bailey Robinson. F8, sacrifice fly. Brooks scores, and it's 4-1. That will bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, Lainey Millsaps, the third baseman. She was on her first time up. And they say that one is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. 32 pitches for Lewis. She's got a low pitch count. You want to throw about 10 to 12 pitches if you can in each inning. And she's right on pace. Oh, that one looked pretty good too. So taking for the second strike, Laney will have to guard the plate now. Millsaps officially 0 for 0 as she walked the last time up. Wears number 11. Lewis is ready. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. That one looked like a rise ball or either a late release. And I know this young lady's well coached, just like Maggie Richardson is, so it's probably a rise ball. If a pitcher can master the rise ball, one of the toughest pitches in softball. And there's one drilled up the middle for a base hit. And Millsaps will be on with a single. Well thrown pitch. Well hit. Single and a runner at first. And that brings the pitcher, Maggie Richardson, to the plate. She wears number 19. Jackson Christian in their white and blue pinstripes. Lewis is ready. Throws that one in there for strike 1. You see the TCA young ladies hustling to back up their pitcher in case there's an overthrow. TCA has their black and purple uniforms. Pull the bat back, so it should be 1-1 and the proper call. 1-1 on Maggie Richardson. Both teams have state tournament action. TCA kind of young, when we have some young players too. And today playing without McKinley Arnold, our fine catcher. Kendall doing a good job there, though. There's one on the ground. The runner's going to advance. So got a runner in scoring position, Millsaps, with a 2-ball, 1-strike count on the veteran Maggie Richardson, who's pitching today. Here's the pitch. She's bunting and fouls that one off, so evens count at 2-2. Richardson came into this game hitting .222 with an on-base percentage of .364. Young seasoned. Jackson Christian's 4-2. TCA's 4-4. A lot of softball to be played yet. Here's the pitch. Line drive gets down on the ground into the center fielder. And Coach Wheeler's going to wave the runner home. They've got a shot. Richardson is hung up, and the shortstop makes the tag. So Richardson will single, drive a run in and then get tagged. That's the second out, and that brings up Sydney Julian to the plate. Julian hitting .300. Hit to a line drive the last time, double play. Good pitch by Lewis, right at the knees, tough to hit. 2 outs in the inning now. Jackson Christian, though, holding a 5-1 lead. With Sydney Julian up there, the first baseman, the third baseman, TCA, has backed up to parallel with the bag. There's a swinging, fouled off pitch. 2 strikes the count. Now Lewis has the advantage. Julian 0 for 1. Slight shade towards right field by the center fielder, left fielder straight away. There's one hit on the ground into right field, and it's a base hit. Julian is now 1 for 2 at the plate with 2 outs. Jenna Tinsley, who had that big triple.
About number 12, Jenna Tinsley.
Tinsley, like we said, is a good athlete at anything. Had a big brother, Peyton, that played here, signed earlier with Bethel University, 2 years ago? It has been that long. And there's a attempt at a steal, and it's completed and good. Runner gets up, but you don't want to go because they are waiting for you. Now they've got the runner, Sydney Julian, in scoring position. Lewis has looked into the dugout. Haley Lewis checks her armband with the pitch information on it. There's a swinging strike 1. Foul that one off. Coach Wheeler at third base coaching, and can't see through the dugout to see who our other coach is at first base. She's got 2 fine assistants. We'll tell you about them later. Here's one pull down the line and foul. It's about 1.5 feet foul, but if that one gets down the line and stayed fair, we'd be playing 440 relay team this time. You also know that when I say if it got down, if a frog had a hip pocket, he'd tote a gun, carry credit cards, and have money too. But there's no frogs out here today. Lewis ready to work on Tinsley with a 1-ball, 2-strike count, 2 outs in the inning, a runner at second. This one on the ground to the third baseman. They're going to go to first with it, and the umpire says yes in time. That ends the inning. But in that inning, Jackson Christian picked up some big runs. Matter of fact, they picked up 3 big runs. And the score is 5-1 in favor of Jackson Christian at the end of 3. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz Jackson Christian Network.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at 3-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in 3-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at 3-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at 3-Way.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
And as we go into the top of the 4th, Abby Davis comes to the plate. She wears number 22. She's 0 for 1 in today's contest. She flew out to center field back in the 1st. Putman is supposed to be on deck, and we'll pick up who is playing for her. There's a great inside pitch by Richardson. And this looks like number 15 has come into the ball game, and we'll have to pick that up off of the roster. Here's Richardson's pitch to Tinsley, and that one's going to be an E6, and the runner is on. So Davis leads off, gets on by error, but you won't base runners, and that will bring the sub up. We'll find out here in just a moment who 15 is.
Number 15, Eddie Allen.
And I believe they announced Allen at the plate. First pitch is a ball with a runner on first, no outs in the inning. Jackson Christian holds a 4-run lead. Maggie Richardson has really picked up on the mound after somewhat of a tough first inning. There's an attempt at a bunt. And if you watch tonight's replay of Worthy Road Studios softball game of Jackson Christian, archived on YouTube permanently, this game will be there forever. Just give Paul a little time to get loaded up and get it on there. Summer may be loading it up and getting it on there for you. Okay, she's doing the loading tonight, so it'll get there quicker. Here's the pitch. Popped up, a high pitch, sometimes hard to bunt. And there is a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Allen. And I am going to double check that against what I was sent. Richardson winds, fires, drill to right field, but a screaming foul ball. But we couldn't tell how loud it screamed. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes as we do it again. And they get the ball back in, and one of them she'll choose which one. I think she liked the one that was hit. It's going to throw the other one back. .57 pitches for Richardson. Just missing. It was a little tight on her and missed, but it just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs, a runner at first. Emma Kate Murdo on deck. Here's the pitch. Got her. And that one, you put your K backwards in the scorebook. That means she didn't swing for the first out. A K is for strikeouts. That brings up Emma Kate Murdo, the second baseman, wears number 11, struck out her first time up. One out in the inning here, 5-1. There's a strike. Now 2 outs like supposed. Scoreboard had it right, game changer wrong. I'm going to have to keep using my old scorebook here. That one low for a ball. This is Murdo at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's one drill to right field. Kaufman on the horse trying to get it. This one will make the fence. Going to try to stretch it into a double and does so. A double to right field. And Hydrago strides to the plate wearing number 6. With a runner at second, she can help her team here. Richardson wants to get this batter out. 62 pitches by Maggie Richardson. And the official scorekeeper agrees with what I put in my old paper scorebook, that it was a double. Richardson's pitch to Hydrago. Kendall Turner has caught a very fine game considering McKinley Arnold is out of the game with some illness tonight. Richardson ready. throws the ball, and that is a strike. That one had a little inside movement. It was over the plate and started moving in on the hands of the hitter for the 1 ball, 1 strike count with 2 outs. Richardson is ready again. Good fast worker most time, hit on the ground to Tinsley, and I think they will call the runner out for runner's interference. And that ends the inning. So there were no runs, and we go into towards the bottom of the 5th with a 5-1 lead for the Jackson Christian Lady Eagles. Let's take that time out.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
We are back, and I am going to learn to trust my scorebook because it was correct. We're just now going into the bottom of the 4th. And if you wonder what I've got Game Changer in front of me, and it's correct, and it will have the official scoring, but sometimes it takes a little time to punch it in the Game Changer. And Coach gets in too big a hurry. So it's the bottom of the 4th. Here is the first pitch from Lewis to number 1, Lily Barnes. Lily got hit by a pitch. Officially, she's 0 for 0 in the contest. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Attempted a bunt. That'll be called a bunt attempt and a strike, so she's in the hole 0-2. That should be Lewis's 50th pitch. We'll check with the Game Changer in a minute because Lewis is ready to work. Here comes the pitch and a swinging strike. So Barnes is out.
Number 6, Maggie Kaufman.
First out. Here comes the right fielder, Maggie Kaufman, to the plate. Maggie's 0 for 1. A right-handed hitter. A little bit of shade, not much, and we're not talking about sunshade. We're talking about the outfielder shading her to right field a little bit. Pitch is low from Lewis. Left fielder is straight away, and that is Edie Allen. And sometimes you hear a popping noise, and the good pitchers, when that hand comes by and it's 2 balls, no strikes, they actually come by and you brush your leg, and it makes it. Pitching coaches like to hear that popping sound as you go by. Here's one straight back to the pitcher. So you call it a liner, second out in the inning. We will tell you this and remind you, Maggie Richardson has committed to Mississippi College. There are 3 basketball players on this team of Jackson Christian that's first time out, and they are playing quite well. Matter of fact, Coach says they're playing great considering they haven't played in a while. Pretty good pitch, just a hair low for Lewis. 2 outs in the inning, no base runners. Jackson Christian holding a 5-1 lead. We're in the bottom of the 4th. I've learned something. Trust my scorebook. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 2. You can have all the fine electronic items you want, and sometimes trust the old way of doing things. And no, I don't have an abacus or count on my fingers. I do use my computer for that stuff. Nothing like fun at the old ballpark here. Baseball game going on behind us. Pitch, that one is high. I have a feeling that Kendall is taking, although Coach Wheeler might be tempted to turn her loose if she gets the pitch she wants. She has home run capability. Wind has died down a little bit. Let's see if it picks up. Lewis is ready. 3-0 coming to the plate, and it's ball 4. Walked her on 4 straight pitches. And with 2 outs, you've got Trinity Brooks, who's an all-purpose type hitter, but a slap hitter, slap bunt hitter, if you prefer that. And the left fielder moves over towards the line. Third baseman comes in a little bit. Shortstop shades her to third base. Second baseman will have to cover. Here's the walk up and swing. No balls, 1 strike. Let's see if we're playing a few games here. Maybe the runner at first will be going. Brooks is back in. Good stance, comes from the back of the box. She tries to bunt, it goes foul. And if you go back and watch the tape, and I know Trinity will because she studies the game so well, she'll see that her bat angle left her only where it could go out of bounds that time or into foul territory. Well, you can tell I'm still got the football on my mind. Football and basketball, things go out of bounds. Players, basketballs, footballs, they go foul in softball and baseball. This one is low, 1-2. Catcher comes up ready to throw. Perry thought there might be some action. As you see in the picture, they're still shading. The shortstop is over far enough. Some people one night thought that it was a third baseman. Third baseman's over close to the line. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's low for 2-2. If we had 2 runners on, you could say the deuces are wild, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 runner on at first, and Brooks at the plate. Came into this game hitting .571. And the ball gets through. It was low. And now a runner definitely in scoring position. Unless it's a short hit to the left fielder or something that comes pretty hard at somebody in the outfield. The ball gets there on the ground, the runner will score. Brooks with a 3-2 count. Lewis wants to bring one and throw it by her. It's low and she walks. Ball 4, 2 walks in a row. And that puts runners on first and second, 2 outs. Bailey Robinson, who is 0 for 1, sacrificed and brought a run in back in the third. That doesn't count as a plate appearance. Bailey has home run strength. I know we hit a couple of home runs against Hardin County last week in that contest that we won 7-5. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Lewis looks into the dugout to get the sign. Then she'll check her armband unless she's pretty sure, and she's sure this time of what was signaled in. Nope, looks at it after all. Double checks it. Strides to the plate. It's 1-1. And there was one of those I had to hesitate, and my friends up here were able to help me with the scoreboard. Blocked out, couldn't even see the umpire that time. That corner, I think, is growing. Wished our window was a little wider. Up the middle. Nice snag by the shortstop, steps on second, and that ended the inning. So on a fielder's choice play, 6U unassisted. No runs came in the inning. There were 2 walks and 2 left on base. Let's go to the top of the 5th now officially. And we'll tell you that Jackson Christian leads 5-1. We'll be back on the BallGame Blitz after this.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
We are back now officially for the top of the fifth, checking the old paper scorebook here. And we'll get some good information from Game Changer in a minute. Coach Jimerson, Coach Grimes help out quite a bit with the Jackson Christian softball team, who's coached by a former Coach of the Year. And I'm not sure if she won it last year, but she has won it before and should have gotten Coach of the Year last year. Did a great job with this team. And a lot of fine young ladies on both teams. Coach Robert Kraft has been to the state tournament, just like Coach Wheeler. He has won some state tournament games. And, of course, you remember that TCA used to have all of the great Renfro sisters that played over there a while ago. But we've had some fine athletes, too, here, like Sophie Dunafant. What a job she's done down at Freed Hardeman.
Now coming up to bat, number 17, Elena
Carla
Perry.
Forsythe went out to Jackson State and played. Brittany Johnson played at Freed Hardeman, and Jessica Key played at Union. Jessica was all state while she was here. There's a strike, and Richardson has come on strong. Here's the pitch. The hitter is 17, Perry. Oh, we've changed. Okay, just got some information on that. While we get the out recorded, we'll make the changes. Bailey is pitching now. Tell you what, she has gotten stronger since last year.
Number 5, Briley Kraft.
Briley Kraft coming up there with one out. And we will end the book on Maggie here in a moment. Bailey Robinson, and again, she shoots the three fairly well. Good basketball player. Got time on her side. She will eventually inherit the pitching mantle here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Robinson on the mound wearing number 7. She's going against Briley Kraft, the center fielder for TCA. And you see that little hop out of Bailey. We'll talk about her pitching style in a moment. You saw the strike there and the foul off. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. That one high. Gets away from Turner just a little. The count now evened at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kraft is a youngster. She is the coach's daughter. She is a very good player. Patrols center field quite well. There's a swinging and foul tip. That one got away. I thought it was going to be caught, but a little shin guard treatment there as the strap came loose in the back. Kendall Turner has done a very good job. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. We'll do it again right here. Here is Bailey's pitch just inside, makes it a full count. Her teammates say, hey, we've got your back. Put it in there, and if she hits it, we'll field it. You got to have that confidence on the mound. Popped up, fouled off. Tell all the baseball players to watch out. There's a softball coming through. Guys, you ever been hit by a softball? They hurt, to me, worse than a baseball does. Bigger area they hit you with. Down the line, it should be that's going to be a double. Tonight, you want to watch the replay. I thought it went to the foul side of the line. Now, we may have touched it in fair territory. In fairness to the umpire, we may have touched it in fair territory. That would be the reason, and it went foul. If it went off the glove, and I couldn't tell if it did from here, but that would be the reason. Popped up. Second baseman says, I've got it, and she does. And there's 2 outs in the inning. That was Abernathy. Richardson with the catch. Second out in the inning brings up Haley Lewis, the pitcher, who would love to drive this run home and get her team and help her cause as the pitcher. That one looked pretty good to me, and the umpire says, you're right, Coach. No, he was right before I was. We're having to call the game from this monitor right now. There's one drilled into left field. It gets away from the left fielder, 1 run streaking to the plate, and that will bring the Lady Lions to within 3 now.
Now up to bat number 8, Kylie Crawford.
Haley Lewis got that single then. She's 2 for 3. And that brings up Kylie Crawford. Crawford is 0 for 2 on the night, and she'll be followed by Abby Davis. There are 2 outs in the inning. Crawford 0 for 2. She's a fine first baseman. And there's a strike, and Bailey brought that one. And when I say they bring it, it means number 1, the fastball, the street that comes down Main pitch, or Main Street. It is a main pitch for a lot of young ladies. There's one pretty good. Tinsley fields it. Fielder's choice for the 3rd out. And he scored 6U, which means shortstop unassisted. And that ends the inning, but there was 1 big run came in on 2 big hits. And the score 5-2 at the end of 4.5 innings of play. In the bottom of the 5th, Jackson Christian coming to bat.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Due up for Jackson Christian in the bottom of the 5th. Millsaps, Laney Millsaps, who's 1 for 1 on the contest. Maggie Richardson, 2 for 2 and an RBI, and Sydney Julian, who's 1 for 2. That's the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Haley Lewis still on the mound for the Lady Lions. Now there's a good one. My voice faded, or actually the mic faded a little bit. Here's one drilled up the middle, but this time stopped by the pitcher over to first for the 1st out in the inning. Brings up Maggie Richardson, who's now at 2nd base. She turned it over to Bailey Robinson to finish this contest. Now, she could come back in and pitch if she had to. There's nothing illegal about that, but This is a non-district game, or at least unless the coaches agreed. Popped up. Maggie was trying to hit one to me. Very fine young lady. We thought she might do some camera work for us in football and basketball, but she was getting her arm ready for softball back during that time. And she could be a good camera person. Lewis's pitch fouled off, and Richardson quickly in the hole 0-2. You see Crawford hustling up here to try to help out, but the catcher was hustling too. Elena Perry has caught a very good ball game today. There's been a couple of wild pitches, but she has done quite well. 5-2 your score. Jackson Christian leading in the 5th. Lewis is ready. Comes from the circle. Took a little off of that one. And, boy, folks, I heard a couple of those oohs. Not boos, but ooh. Straight away in the outfield, wind blowing in. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swinging and fouling it away. We'll do it again. Instant replay here. Used to be a show called Candid Camera. When you least expected smile, you're on Candid Camera. You never know. Wind blowing in really hard, straight into the field at this point. It'll blow in gusts for a while. Here's the pitch. It's high, and Richardson has worked it to a 2-2 count with 1 out and no runners on. Coach Jennifer Wheeler coaching third base down there. Kind of a quiet crowd today. We got a good crowd, but it's kind of quiet. Both teams' crowd. Hey, let's hear it. These are good girls softball players. Oh, reach for that one. May have taken a little off of it, and Maggie strikes out.
Up to bat, number 18.
Second out of the inning. That brings up number 18, Sydney Julian, the fine fielding first baseman, who is 1 for 2 today. Julian singled her last trip up. Got those sleeves rolled up. She's ready to play right now. Good balanced stance. The umpire says it's still a strike. We're going to have to go back to watching on the monitor, and I don't get quite as good a look as if I watch it with my own eye because I'm looking through the umpire. That one outside. You got a good shot, and you saw it right. All umpires listening to me. Don't just throw your arms up. Let us see what's happening. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled off towards right field. Should get out of play. And, of course, at this field, the first base dugout makes part of right field disappear completely. You can stand up and you cannot see down the line. You can see part of right field. It's the reason we have to have a monitor. And I'm old and slow, and I get turned a little slowly. I came up old school watching the game and calling it. 1-2. Oh, I think the umpire wanted to pull the trigger and didn't. It's now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 5-2 lead for the Lady Eagles. TCA's Haley Lewis on the mound wants this pitch right here. She's thrown 78 pitches, and she got the one she won't, only she helped it by throwing it by. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're going to take a timeout with the Lady Eagles leading 5-2 here on the BallGame Blitz.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
And you see Bailey Robinson taking her warm-up pitches. Due up for Trinity will be Davis, 1 for 2 on the contest. Putman, 0 for 2. And Murdaugh, 1 for 2. It's top of the 6th for the Lady Lions. They would like to at least get 1 run closer, and then they'd have to have a big 2-run 7th inning if the Lady Eagles don't put anything else. The ball is thrown down. We're ready to play a little softball. Let me compliment both umpires, other than every once in a while me saying something about mechanics. I don't make the rules on mechanics, and TSSAA does, but they've done a very good job. We've only had one not boo but ooh on a call. So Bailey Robinson has come to the mound last inning and did a very good job. We'll get the game stream going as you're watching on Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz on the Jackson Christian Facebook page. Hits the first batter at the plate, which was Abby Davis. Abby gets the runner her team would love to have. We got to put an HP up there and not get a HR. HP for hit batsman. Bailey Robinson has thrown 17 pitches. Here's her 18th. Hit to left field. Coming on and making the catch is the one and only Lily Barnes. And she comes for rebounds that hard, gentlemen, in basketball.
Coming up to bat number 11, Emma Cates.
1 out in the inning. Runner at first base, a hit batsman. That's Davis. Now this will actually be number 15, I believe. That is Allen. Pitch right on that inside part of the plate. Now this is number 11. Yes, no? Okay, I see what I did. And it is Emma Kate Murdaugh. Down the first baseline, it was foul, though, probably by about 6 inches. Couldn't see it. Dugout in the way and didn't swivel back around to the. Emma Kate Allen was the one that flied out. Davis had batted first in the inning. They have not entered. I mean, she's entered officially as far as the scorekeeper and the umpires. High pitch. Good job by Kendall Turner. This is Emma Kate Murdaugh, the second baseman at the plate. She's 1 for 2. And the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that looks like another K right there. This one goes to credit of Bailey. Madrago at the plate wearing number 6, 0 for 2. 2 outs in the inning. They throw down the first. The pitch was a strike. Want to watch Bailey's motion a little more. I've been trying to alternate looking to the right around the edge of the wall and back to the left to the screen for certain plays. This one hit up in the air, deep to center. Brooks going back, off the wall. She'll pick it up. It's cut off, but there'll be runners at second and third. Drago gets her first hit, and that just missed by inches, being a home run. She stands up with a double at second. Davis is all the way to third. A base hit brings 2 in and makes this a 1-run game. A home run ties it up. And striding to the plate is the leadoff person, Elena Perry, the catcher. Bailey Robinson ready. Bailey has more of a slingshot motion. There are 2 styles in softball, the windmill and the slingshot, and you'll see the kind of crow hop step. There is a style of windmill that involves it. Now, her arm action is more windmill type. More windmill type. So she may have mastered the hop that can come to some windmilling pitchers. It's a 2-ball count, though. She really doesn't want to load the bases up here, and the umpire says that's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, We're in the top of the 6th. Perry, the leadoff hitter, is up there. She's 0 for 2 today. She's been on with a base on balls and scored. This one popped up. It should be the shortstop, and Tinsley gets it for the 3rd out of the inning. A big out right there by the shortstop. Tinsley getting that one. That ends the inning. But the score at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, Jackson Christian 5, TCA 2. Lady Eagles coming to bat after this timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, OnCloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Bottom of the 6th, Jackson Christian Lady Eagles at bat. Tinsley will lead off 1 for 2 and an RBI today. Barnes 0 for 1, and then Kaufman 0 for 2. Haley Lewis still on the mound for the Lady Lions. And that pitch low and outside. Lewis has thrown 80 pitches in the contest. And again, remind you, Tinsley 1 for 2, had that big triple earlier in the game. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Wind blowing towards right field now a little bit, but still in. Lewis checking her armband. Here's the pitch. And we don't have our parabolic mic today, or you could hear the good pitchers. You can hear that arm go by that leg, and sometimes it brushes it and it makes a popping sound. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Here's the pitch, fouled off. Makes it 2-2. Just don't hit the black rogue. And it got close. Closer than I wanted it to. I got to get home. Don't need the windshield broke out. 2-2 the count, no outs. Lewis's pitch on the way. Ground ball, foul. Third baseman, nice backhanded stop, but it was foul. 83 pitches for Lewis. Wears number 32, a right-hander. Has thrown a creditable game tonight. We're in the 6th. Throws the changeup. Gets the hitter off balance, and she hits a soft liner to the shortstop for the first out in the inning.
Now coming up to bat, number 23, Elena Yarborough.
And this looks like a substitute, and I know that player. This is Yarborough, Elena Yarborough from the basketball team. Some people say Atlanta. She is from and she goes here to Jackson Christian because that's where her parents wanted her. But her parents and the rest of the group are one of the famous names from Northside High School. If you say athletics, you can say Yarborough, Coles, Williams, Sykes, and Gehrings and a couple of other names, and you pretty well got Northside defined. But she's here, and we're glad she is. Plays for our basketball team. And has the capability. She's going against a good pitcher in Haley Lewis. Alana Yarborough. She's bunting, but it came up, so it should be a foul ball. She was still in the box area when it hit her. The umpire will come up and see if he's got a whisk broom or what he uses. Yeah, he's got one of those little bitty whisk brooms. A little housekeeping chore there because you want to see the black edge around the plate because that is a strike if the ball goes over. Yarborough with one strike on her. There's one out in the inning. Jackson Christian would really like to put about 2 insurance runs on here. Yarborough bunts. It goes foul. And again, people, watch those angles on the bats and you'll know why some pitches are going to go foul. Yarborough, a good student. To be honest with you, kids on both of these teams, these young ladies are all good students. Just happen to know the family quite well. Here's the pitch, and that'll be an out because when you bunt foul on the third strike, it is considered a strikeout. There are 2 outs in the inning. TCA would like to stay within 3 runs right here and come up and have a big 7th. We're in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. And Maggie Kaufman comes to the plate. Maggie is 0 for 2 today. Plays right field. Up towards the front of the box. Let's see if she's bunting. Nope, she's going to hit away. And the umpire says strike 1. Maggie looked like she was ready to tattoo that one had she seen a pitch she wanted. I wonder if you can really tattoo or you just hit the ball hard. And we're having a conversation. You can't hear my friends, and they're listening to some of my shenanigans. That pitch a little outside. Maybe so. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Outfield straight away. Infield at normal depth. Third baseman back, not expecting a bunt. Lewis has got her sign, checked her armband, comes to the plate with it. Hit towards right center field. Will it get down? It does. Told you Kaufman was ready to hit. It hits the fence, going for 2, standing up with a double. And now there's a threat at second base. Maggie Kaufman.
Now up to bat number 2, Kendall Turner.
This brings up Kendall Turner, who hit one pretty good, but the left fielder ran it down back in the first. She's had a single and a base on balls today. A base hit here probably would plate 1. I would say Coach Jennifer Wheeler will be waving the runner around unless it's just really hit like a screaming line drive at somebody. You want to get it down and in the outfield gaps or by the infielders on the ground. This one fouled off to right field. Could have gotten out in front of it a little more. It would have been an ideal place. Kendall Turner wears number 2 catching today as McKinley Arnold is out. She has done a very good job. Lewis is ready. Comes to the plate with it. Fouled off, strike 2. Oh, Turner would love to get on right here or even produce a run-scoring base hit. Brooks, the Carson Newman signee, coming. And remember that Maggie Richardson has made a commitment. Now, that's not like signing, but Mississippi College, she has committed to them. Here's one drilled up the middle. It is a base hit. 1 run will streak towards the plate. And holding, well, I don't know if she didn't hold. She came on down. Kendall Turner, aggressive base runner. Now that one probably will be scored a single, RBI single. And like I said, Kaufman with that big double, it really helps. Got an extra run. It's a 4-run, takes a grand slam, or you got to chip away a run or 2 at a time. Brooks is up. Brooks, the left-handed hitter, shows bunt, pulls back and was going to slap it, and that one bounced about 4 feet in front of the plate. And sometimes that happens. You cannot lose focus. Defense changed and has come in because of the style hitter that is up there. Brooks is 1 for 2 today. She has scored a run. Misses that was just going to be a straight running bunt, which you could say, well, that's a slap bunt. That run gives her an advantage, and she's quick enough going, being a left-handed hitter, get the running start. If she can get the ball down, she is safe many a time. You see the count. The runner will advance. Now the runners at third can score with a pass ball, a wild pitch, an error, or a base hit of some type. Count on Brooks, 2 balls, 1 strike. The senior steps out, taps those cleats, checks it out, got the signal from third. She's going to show the bunt. She'll draw it back. Guarantee she'll draw it back. There she did, and she started to walk up there, and it's 3-1. Good eye that time by Trinity Brooks. A big run down there on third base in the presence of Maggie Kaufman. TCA a couple of steps in because of the style hitter that's up there. Lewis's pitch on the way. Hit down the left field line, but curving foul. It looks like I hit right-handed in golf now. Yeah, I'm supposed to be ambidextrous, but that one had the old hook on it for a right-hander. Left-hander, that's a slice. I bet you guys play golf, don't you? No, neither one of you. Gentlemen, I am shocked. Hand-eye coordination, that helps you in football and other sports. Ping pong can help you, too, with the focus and the hand-eye coordination. 3-2. Lewis's pitch on the way to the plate, and it is a swinging strike 3, and even if it tipped it, the catcher caught it. That ends the inning, but one big run came in on 2 hits, and that is important. So, at the end of 6 innings of play, 6-2, the Eagles lead.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift. As you see Bailey Robinson taking her warm-ups, she has a 4-run lead. Maggie Richardson on second started this contest. Only gave up 1 run, I believe. I'll have to check the official stats. Due up for Trinity. These are the people you would want at this point in time. You've got the number 2 hitter, Kraft, 1 for 3 today. Abernathy hitting in the third slot, 1 for 2. And Lewis, Haley Lewis, your pitcher, but she's 2 for 3 and 2 RBIs. She's the cleanup hitter. And you want to make them hit the ball and put it in play if you don't strike them out. Do not walk people. And Bailey Robinson has no intention of that. Behind her are Barnes, Brooks, and Kaufman in the outfield. Millsap, Tinsley, Robinson, and Sydney Julian at first base. Very important that she keep the ball. All of them in the infield want to knock it down, but if Sydney doesn't catch it, she's got to keep it where it's not a 2-base error or anything. And boy, a little lightning coming out of Bailey's arm right there. A couple of quick ones in there for 2 strikes. Kraft is down 0 for 2, but she had a big double the last time she was up there. And she was down in the count then. Just missing a temptation pitch thrown there. And remember, you call it a circle. I had somebody text me, call it a mound, Coach. It's not a mound in softball. It's flat. It's a circle. Here's the pitch. That looked like it may have been foul tipped. It was. So with 1 ball, 2 strikes, we'll do it again. Flag blowing straight in center field. It's at half mast. So you can see it from our behind the screen camera. Here's the pitch. hit on the ground to the third baseman. She shoots it over to first, and you've got Millsap to Sydney Julian, and it's 1 out.
Now we'll to bat number 18, MJ Abernathy.
MJ Abernathy coming to the plate with 1 out in the inning. TCA needing base runners here. Robinson on the mound. There's the pitch. It's a ball. Robinson has thrown 34 pitches. Abernathy comes up 1 for 2 in this contest. Walked back in the second. Here's the pitch. Inside, and boy, that stuff likes to blow the papers up here. We've had Dodge papers and everything else. Thought a bird flew through here a while ago. Hope not. If he did, he flew quick. 1-1. Hit on the ground in the hole. It'll be a base hit. Abernathy will take the turn. It gets all the way to the wall, and she'll get 2 out of it, and she's going to go for 3, and she'll make it safely. I can tell you ahead of time. It was close, but safe. Now
up to bat number 32, Haley Lewis.
This is a dangerous hitter here. And be a little conference. Teammates and the catcher are wise to, well, this catcher stays back, but the infield comes in, reassures Bailey, hey, we'll get the next one. Haley Lewis, very dangerous, though. She's 2 for 3. She's got a couple of RBIs also, and she will be followed by Kylie Crawford, who is really overdue today. Kylie is 0 for 3. That pitch low and inside. It was a good pitch at the knees, but it needed to move closer to the plate. The 1-ball pitch. Again, it's missing inside. Barely, but it is missing. Good shot by Paul Schultze there on that one. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Runner on third base can score with the pass ball, wild pitch, combination of things. 3-0, and Bailey had some zip on it, but may have overthrown on that one, and release point went a little high. 3 balls, no strikes. You want to throw the number 1 down Main Street, but you got a good hitter up here. And she walked on 4 pitches. So now runners at first and second.
Now up to bat number 8, Kylie Crawford.
1 out, and what scares me about Crawford, she is a good hitter and overdue. 0 for 3 today, though. Bailey checked the dugout, now checking but you'll see most pitchers wear the little arm sleeve there with the code for the pitches on there. Again, a little bit high, and has thrown 5 straight balls. 40 pitches for Bailey Robinson, wears number 7. She's a right-hander. Here's the pitch. That looked good, and the umpire says, yes, it was. 1-1. 2 runners on. Even if Crawford hit the home run, it would just be 6-5, but you don't want to get to that point. On the ground. They go home. It's got to be a tag, and it is, so you go 6 or 5-3. And the second out has been recorded. It's fielder's choice.
Now up to bat number 22, Abby Davis.
Abby Davis strides to the plate now, hoping to keep it alive for her team with 2 outs. Davis 1 for 2. And we'll check it here. There's a pitch. It's a strike. That's what Robinson wanted, to get ahead in this count. Allen on deck wearing number 15. But the hitter that is important is up there. This is number 22, Abby Davis, 1 for 2 today, but she's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if Bailey Robinson goes after her or uses a teaser, a waste pitch to try to get her to swing at it. And got her for the K. That is the 3rd out of the inning. No runs scored in that inning. There were 2 runners on base, 1 base hit. The final score is 6-2. Jackson Christian wins. We're going to take a timeout and come back and wrap this ball game up.
Jackson Christian.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Back after an exciting ball game, winds up 6-2. The Jackson Christian Lady Eagles defeat the Trinity Christian Lady Lions today. We'll remind you that the team will be traveling this weekend to the Brentwood Tournament in Brentwood, Tennessee at Crockett Park. Scheduled to play Beach High School, Donaldson Christian Academy, Nolensville High School in pool play games. And, of course, we told you about Maggie Richardson being committed to Mississippi College and has already signed Trinity Brooks. And we appreciate, this is from Coach Jennifer, we appreciate the 3 basketball players that came out for the first time, and she says they're doing a great job. The Jackson Christian Varsity Lady Eagles set the stage for the victory over Trinity with an early lead that they took, even though Trinity got out 1-0 in this contest, and helped them to a big hit that got some things started. Jenna Tinsley, and she had a triple and a stolen base tonight. And the Lady Eagles pulled away for good with 2 runs in the second inning. Tell you what, let's give you some stats on both teams. First of all, the line for Trinity, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. For Jackson Christian, the line was 6 runs, 9 hits, but they committed 3 errors, and I'm sure at practice they'll work on it a little bit. Now, for Trinity Christian Academy, their catcher Perry was 0 for 3 today. Kraft 1 for 4. Abernathy was 2 for 3 and had a really – MJ Abernathy did a great job. Haley Lewis, 2 for 3 at the plate and 2 RBIs. Crawford, 0 for 4. Davis, 1 for 3. Buttman, they have it 0 for 3, but they'll change that on the game changer from the official book. And she only batted 1 time. And I believe we'll check here we go back to the book again. I told you, folks, always have the old Edie Allen finished up the contest at 0 for 2. Also, pitching, Lewis went 6 innings, gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 base on balls, and struck out 5. She threw 100 pitches, 64 of them were strikes. She faced 29 batters. She had 3 wild pitches and 2 hit by pitch batsmen. Okay. Let's get the Jackson Christian stats, and we'll tell you 6, 9, and 3. 6 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. Turner was 2 for 3 today and could have easily had a third one in there. She walked once, has an RBI. Kendall Turner, what a great job. Trinity Brooks, 1 for 3, scored a run, got walked, struck out once. And Bailey Robinson, who relieved, she played second. She was 0 for 2 today, but did have an RBI. And Lainey Millsaps went 1 for 2, scored a run. Maggie Richardson started the game and should be credited with the win. Richardson was 2 for 3 hitting today, scored 1 run, had an RBI. Sydney Julian, 1 for 3 today. And Jenna Tinsley with that big triple, 1 for 3, 1 run scored, 1 RBI. I believe she had a stolen base in the contest. And Lily Barnes was 0 for 1, but played a great game. Atlanta Yarber came on 0 for 1. Kaufman with that big double and was the one that scored the 6th run, 1 for 3 today, scoring that run. Doubles by Kaufman and Turner, triple by Tinsley. Total bases, Tinsley 3, Turner 3, Kaufman 2, Richardson had 2, Sydney Julian had 1, Brooks 1, Millsap. Hit by pitch, Barnes and Millsaps. Sacrifice fly by Robinson. That's how she drove the run in. Richardson went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, 6 strikeouts. Bailey Robinson went 3 innings. She gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, walked 1, and struck out 2. Team totals for the pitchers. 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 2 runs. 2 of them were earned. Both were earned. They walked 3 between them, and they struck out 8 batters. Richardson threw 66 pitches, 46 of them for strikes. Robinson threw 46 pitches, 31 strikes. Richardson faced 18 batters. Bailey Robinson faced 15, and that is your Jackson Christian total. Remember, the team is traveling this weekend to the Brentwood tournament, barring bad weather, but that's a good place to play. It usually drains well, and it's at Crockett Park, and they're scheduled to play in pool play. It'll be Beach High School, Donaldson Christian, Nolensville High School. This game was directed by Summer Sturgis, the play-by-play by Coach Joe Holloway, camera by Paul Schultze, and he ran multiple cameras today. He's an electronic genius. He also helped to produce this game, and this is a copyrighted broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios in the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. It's time to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good day, all.